Hi, it's Ramesha here with Vocal Bliss. Today, I would like to talk about how you can use your voice in a particular way to express specific feelings in a song. But before we dive into it, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my future videos. So, when you sing a song, the words in the song obviously give you the idea what the song is about and what kind of feelings the song wants to express. Just by listening to the words, you get that idea. However, it's not just with the words that you should express those feelings. Your voice as well, just the tone of your voice, the sound of your voice, the inflections, the way you use it, should give the idea of what the song is about. What you don't want is to say words that mean something, but then with the tone of your voice and in the way you use it, basically you're saying something different. In fact, ideally, you should be able to sing a song without the words, just not humming, but just vocalizing the melody, and still be able to express just with the tone of your voice the character and the feeling that the song expresses. For example, okay, this is a song that I worked on for a performance I had last week. So, and it starts here. So it goes like this. Through a long and lonely night, I whispered your name. So see how immediately, there's a certain feeling that gets put out, but also what I say, I try to match what I say with the tone of the voice. It's not just random. There's just some very specific way. One very, very easy and basic way to do this is to simply stay absolutely focused on what you're saying. If you're not just the words, but the feeling behind the words. If you say, I whispered your name, it's a certain thing. Through the pains and joys of life, my plea stays the same. So there's a way that you really imbue the tone of your voice in order to say those things. Tempt me no longer, this world's not for me. I have known all its charms. Fold me now in your arms, make me free. So you see how every little phrase says something slightly different, and so the tone of your voice should also change slightly to really match the feeling of what you're saying. Otherwise, it becomes either monotone or completely disconnected with the words that you're saying. So how do you learn to do this? How do you make sure that the tone of your voice matches the feeling of the song? So one easy way to do this is record yourself singing the song. It can be even just a portion of the song. It doesn't have to be the whole song. And then when you're done recording, then listen back, but be very objective and try to really see if what you hear stirs in you the kind of feelings that you want the song to convey. So if you want to convey love or whatever, make sure that when you listen back, try to really feel, does this really genuinely awaken that kind of feeling in your heart? And if it doesn't, then keep doing it, keep repeating, record it again, and try to really go deeper and deeper in the song. As you record, with every take of the recording, you'll see that you'll be able to just attune yourself more and more to the song, and then gradually your voice will more and more reflect the feelings of the song. If this doesn't work, after a few takes, you still listen to it and you go, this doesn't really work. So try this. Record yourself singing the song without the words, just the melody, like in this case. This is my song. It doesn't have a lot of notes, at least in the first phrase. But this is the thing. As you sing the song just with a vowel, mentally think of the words. Think of the words and then try to imbue the tone of your voice with what those words mean. Don't just mindlessly go through the notes, but think of the words. And then listen back and try to see if you can hear these nuances of sound and you know, the way you use your tone, if it changes depending, if it's not just the same thing. It shouldn't sound all the same. It should just change depending on what you're expressing. And try to really work with this. Do a few takes of this. And when you feel that, okay, I'm hearing differences, I'm hearing that when I sing this, it sounds like this, and when I sing that, the tone slightly changes, then add back the words and see what that does. Because normally, you know, the words are relatively easy to say, but modulating and changing the tone of your voice according to the words and the feeling behind the words, that's what's not so easy, and it's a little subtler. This is why it's not so easy to do. But so if it gets tough like that, so work on the two things separately. First, work on your tone, make sure it reflects the feeling, and then add back the words and see how that does. So to recap, how do you use the tone of your voice to match and support basically the feeling behind the words the song is saying? So first of all, make sure that you stay connected mentally with what the words are. You know, just say the words. Don't just say the words mindlessly. Try to really feel what the words want to convey. That's the very first step. Without that, you know, you're just tossing out words and notes, but there's no actual feeling behind them. Then try to record yourself singing that song or singing that phrase, and then listen back and try to feel if what you hear really stirs in your heart the feelings that you want to convey with the song. If it doesn't, repeat the process a few times. Just re-record, listen, try to go deeper and deeper in the song as you do this until what you hear really matches what you want it to sound. And if it still doesn't, then take the words out, sing the melody only with ah or o or whatever, but mentally say the words. Even while you're singing on a vowel, just mentally say the words and stay connected with the words until you can hear in the recording that the tone of your voice is different from the one phrase to another. So every phrase gets a slightly different tone depending on what it is that you're saying. And then add back the words, and then you'll see that you will have all of a sudden a song that has a lot of variety in terms of tone, in terms of inflection, and how you use your voice. And your voice is more capable of really conveying just by the tone that it has to convey the feelings and whatever character the song is supposed to express. I hope this makes sense. It's actually not so easy to explain, but I hope you understand. If you have questions, please post them below in the comments so I can answer them. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful week. Take care. Bye.